This movie tells a story about 7 black friends who go away for the weekend and end up trapped in a cabin with a killer. First of all, this movie has an interesting premise. It's a horror comedy that puts the jokes ahead of the scares, embracing its own silly nature to unpack how the slasher subgenre treats its black protagonist. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite live up to expectations, and the potential of its premise, as poor execution and a muddled sense of purpose, keeps holding it back. It's a misfire, as it doesn't seem very interested in exploring its themes of racism or lack of integration with any depth or width for that matter. The movie doesn't know what to do with its concept, as it's quickly devolving into an embrace of genre cliches with tack-on lazy comedy. It fails to make this cinematically entertaining or give it some substance, as it's uninspired and derivative. The movie actually gets off to a decent start. Unfortunately, it runs out of steam early on and doesn't regain any of its momentum at any point afterward. The movie then follows generic and predictable slasher plot beats. In terms of the comedy, the movie is treading on jokes and tropes that have been done before and better. The attempts to generate laughs with dark humor fall flat more often than not, as the clever jokes are very few and far between. The movie has so many missed opportunities where it could have been funnier, as the script is really stale and witless. It takes a while to get to any real horror in the story. It becomes increasingly dull as the movie stretches out its very thin plot with some time-wasting dialogue about the backstory information on some of the characters. The characters themselves are thinly drawn archetypes, and their plight seems meaningless outside of the obvious because it's hard to care about any of them. The performance from the cast is generally mediocre. The movie's jarring editing, clunky pacing, and non-existent feel for horror movie aesthetics reduces the effectiveness of the film even further. The third act has a twist. Unfortunately, it's more silly and preposterous than funny or surprising. Overall, we do not recommend to watch this in theaters. Just wait on your free TV channel.